Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of the Merry and Bright snow globe. Now, this snow globe I have only been using for about maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks, and that's a little bit earlier than I normally do some of my reviews. However, it is currently mid-December, and Christmas is only a week away. So if you're wanting to buy this for yourself, I need to make sure that my review is out right away. It was for sale last year as well. This is the second year that it's been for sale. So this video might be helpful for next year, but just in case, I want to make sure I get it out. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So the first thing that I'm going to address is the price. You cannot beat the price for this item. Now, it was $24 originally. However, if you were a Treats member, which is like Petsmart's points program, you could get it for $19. So $19 is what I paid for this one, and that is in Canadian dollars. However, closer to Christmas, of course, it gets cheaper. So currently when I'm filming this video is actually only at $12. Now, unfortunately, at my Petsmart, it is long sold out before I ever get to that price. So I would never get it for that price, but there are stores where it is still available. And for those people, that is a great price. So I paid $19 for this. Max you're gonna pay is $24. So that is an extremely good price for what you are getting. So for starters, it's not just a stationary ornament. It oxygenates the water, so there is a benefit to it as well. I would have had to pay around $17 for an ornament of this size that doesn't have all these features or all the stuff that it comes with. Another ornament that they're selling that has an air function, a little like letter Santa box where the lid opens up, that one, again, was a little bit cheaper, but it didn't come with anything. This thing comes with pretty much everything you could possibly need, with the exception of the air pump and a possible check valve. But it comes with the tubing, it comes with an air adjustable valve, it comes with little clips that connect the tubing and the light cords together to keep everything neat. And then of course it comes with the ornaments and the little beads that swirl around inside. So you get all of that for pretty much the same price as any other ornament of this size. So with that, it can't be beat. Now let's move right on to the appearance. What does it look like? It has the light up feature and it has those little snow pearls that fly around inside, and it really looks like a real snow globe. It is actually really, really cute. And you know, when I have my Christmas tree behind me and then this going on, it just is always so festive. So I definitely love the look of it. The construction of it is really good as well. It is pretty sturdy. When you put it together, it is not something that just clips together. You actually have to place it in, twist it, and then it kind of locks like that. So there's also no risk of it falling apart. You can tell that it was put together very nicely as far as that goes. There is no risk of the little snow pearls coming out. How much the pearls move around is entirely based on how high you have the pump on. Now, for me personally, I would say I have it on about half the power that I could. When you have it on the lower setting, if you have a more sensitive fish that doesn't like bubbles at all, the pearls don't move around as much as I personally like. They do move around, but it's more of a swirling around the bottom. When you have it on the absolute highest setting, they are flying all the way up and they are, you know, whipping around, flying over the snowman and the tree that's in there. So you get more of the authentic snow look. And then for what I have it on around the medium, so they are swirling up, but just not enough power to completely clear the other side, but they're still swirling around. That is the setting that I like to have it on personally. And the nice thing about it is I have a Dumbo Half Moon, which is one of the bettas that if they were gonna have trouble swimming with this, it would be that kind of fish. So with my fish being able to swim completely over this, next to it, and have absolutely no problems, I can definitely say that this is perfectly fine for any betta that you're going to use, unless they are just their personality, they hate bubbles, but it will not pose a risk to them. Now let's talk ease of use. When it comes to putting something together, how easy is it? Now I will say this was one of the easiest things I have ever put together in my life. For how complex it looks, honestly, it was maybe only 3 or 4 steps to put it together, and the instructions were super easy to follow, so that is great. Now, if you're a visual learner and you want to see it being put together, I did make a video. It was my last video I just uploaded, and I'll put that in the iCard so you can check it out there. Now, one thing I will mention with this ornament is that it floats. Even when it's full of water, it floats. It's just the way it's constructed, it is super, super light. Now, I will give Petsmart credit. They thought of this, so this is a me problem. The bottom of the ornament has suction cups on the bottom. And I did test the suction cups on the side of my tank underwater, and they are super sticky. They are great. Anything that you would want a suction cup to do, these ones do. But the issue with me is that I have thick substrate. Now, I actually took a weight used for fishing and I tied it onto the air tubing near the back where it floated up, and now it stays put. So there is a solution that I have for you. However, it does float. If you are like me and you have thick substrate, then you're going to need to do a little bit of a modification to it. I'm not going to criticize them because they put the suction cups. It's my fault that I can't use them. Now let's talk about the lighting. Like I said, it is a light. However, I will also say that you can't really tell that much. Now I'm gonna grab my remote. Here's my remote for my Fluval Flex, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights off. So there you go. You can see that it is lit up. However, you can also see it doesn't light up the whole tank. The little bit of plant you are seeing is because I have my lights on for filming. If you are planning on using this as a replacement for your light, maybe you already have a light connected to a aerated light puck that is like sitting in your substrate. Unfortunately, that's not gonna work too well for you. It's a beautiful light as a decor, but not necessarily a functional light. However, I don't know if they necessarily meant for it to be that. So again, I can't really judge them, but I just thought I'd let you know just in case you're planning on using it for that. Now, I really love how authentic the globe looks with the light as well. The light is actually inside of the little snowman and the tree there. So it's not like one of the light pucks that you might occasionally see where it just has the LEDs circling around the base. It really looks like a real snow globe, because in a real snow globe, you don't see little light bulbs either. So I think that's really cool. Now, let's talk cleaning. Now, let's be real. It's a white ornament. Everything is going to show on it. If you have any sort of algae growth in your tank, you're gonna see those little speckles of algae growing on the ornament. And it's gonna grow on the outside, it's gonna grow on the dome, but it's actually going to grow inside the ornament as well. Because the water is inside the ornament, the algae gets in there as well. So every time you clean your tank, you are going to have to deconstruct this. Like I said, it's not hard to put together, but it does add a little bit of work to your cleaning routine. As someone who has a fully planted live tank, I haven't cleaned an ornament for a very long time. So having to actually sit there and scrub an ornament to get it clean was a little different for me. However, I know that there's many of you who clean ornaments like that all the time, so that's not really going to be something weird for you, but it was definitely weird for me that I had to sit there and deconstruct the ornament. I don't know what I was thinking, that I wouldn't have to do that, but I was definitely thinking I wouldn't have to do that I would just be able to wipe out the outside. But nope, you have to wipe out the outside and clean the inside as well. Now, the next and last thing I'm going to mention is longevity of this ornament. Now, unfortunately, because I said I only had this for about a week and a half to 2 weeks, some things that I normally touch on, I'm not able to. I haven't had it long enough. However, I will definitely put any updates that I have in the description below. So if you are watching this in maybe 2024 or later, then definitely check the description. It's not really mechanical. It has the lights in it, but the light is, in my opinion, more of a decorative feature. If the light stops working in this, it's not going to affect the overall look of the ornament at all. To be completely honest, I rarely turn mine on. I turned mine for this video. Now, one thing I'm going to mention is I am waiting to see how the paint holds up on this ornament. And the reason I say this is because, unfortunately, I have used a lot of Top Fin products, which is Petsmart's brand. I have used a lot of their products, and unfortunately, the paint bubbles up and chips. So I haven't seen anything happening here yet. There's no bubbling. So I'm going to be interested to see how this holds up paint-wise. I actually haven't got Christmas stuff for my tank for the longest time because everything that was sold was of the quality that generally chips pretty quickly. This one I couldn't pass up due to the price, and it's so cute. It was a risk I was willing to take. However, I'm really interested to see if it's going to start chipping, but fingers crossed it doesn't. Now, the next thing that I'm going to address is 3 independent reviews that I saw on my Petsmart app mentioned that within a couple of months, the glass dome went cloudy. and that they couldn't even see into it anymore. One other independent review said that theirs stayed clean and didn't fog up. So I have no idea how this would fog up. However, review said it, so it's certainly possible. Now, I know for a fact that things that are made out of silicone or even your airline tubing always yellows over time. Sometimes it gets a little cloudier, but mostly I've noticed yellowing. But I've never had anything in my tank that is plastic completely go cloudy. So I'm interested to see if it is something to do with this and if mine does it. But that is everything that I wanted to address in my review. Overall, I am very happy with this ornament. For me, even the amount of joy that it's brought me, even if I only get one Christmas season out of it, for me is worth it. I think it is super cute. It doesn't bother my fish. It was super easy to set up. The price can't be beat. Hopefully it made you decide whether or not you want to go out and buy this. But that is all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when I upload. I hope to see you again soon. Bye, guys.